Reading about him, so he has went from like the bullpen to the rotation. Obviously, goes to the Red Sox to get this massive deal. He's added velocity since he's moved from the bullpen to the rotation, and I'm so curious about that because you normally it's the other way around, like where guys would go from the rotation to the bullpen and tick up a couple. Have you seen where guys have been like every 5 days you just throw in harder? Is that common?
Um, there's probably, stuff that goes along with it. I think, in his case, he's a big dude. I'm pretty sure he's still young. Like when he comes out of that contract, he's going to be like 33 maybe. So 34 max. So I mean, he's only like 26. And I think at Tennessee, he started. And then, when you go into a relieving role, you figure things out, or you maybe like understand your body a little more because you have to be ready to throw every day. So then getting back into starting it you can throw a little harder, I think, because you're fresh. I think like in me in Korea, for example, as a starter, I was never throwing 96, 97 consistently. And like every game, let's say that. Like in college, when I came back from my first TJ, I think I hit it for like 2 or 3 games, and then I sat like 92, 94, 92, 95. But when I went to Korea, post being in the bullpen, I was 155, 156 every game, which is, you're 96, 97. Like I was touching that in the first, and like big moments when I was getting, the adrenaline was really pumping through, I was touching those numbers. And I think it comes from one, growing up, learning, this is what I need to do to be successful and to be ready to go every day. Or in Garrett's situation, only having to throw every 5 days gives you a chance for your body to be fresh at all times. And learning the things he probably learned in the bullpen and then moving forward and applying those as a starter, but also applying those and being fresh all the time could probably help with that as well. I I don't want to say it's not common, but I don't want to say it's not uncommon. I think it probably has to do with the guy and how guys kind of work, I would say.
So I was reading about him. He when he played with Lance Lynn, he developed the fact that like Lance Lynn doesn't throw really hardly any off speed or breaking stuff. He's mostly just like fastball, cutter, sinker, and that's kind of how Garrett is now. So that's kind of his arsenal. Have you seen guys that don't really use off speed or breaking stuff? Because in my mind, watching like pitching, it's like okay, you need a good fastball and a couple variations, but also like you need something like swing and miss, like a slider or something. But like in Garrett's case, he's just fastball cutter for the most part. Like, is that just like a personal choice, or like do you not need an off speed or breaking stuff?
Yeah, it's definitely personal. Like if you're throwing in analytic meatballs or, flat balls in the analytic department, you're probably not going to get away with it unless you're throwing like 101. But even at that, like, you know, hitters hitters can time up a storm, when it's coming if they see it for, 20, 30, 50 pitches. So I would be surprised if Garrett, well, one, he's massive. He is a huge human being. Lance Lynn, huge human being. Um, I'm gonna guess his extension is top 5% in the big leagues, if not top 1%. He already is funky lefty from a weird angle. I would be surprised if his stuff plus on his fastball and his cutter aren't above big league average. And then, there's the fact that like a hitter is like, hey, he's thrown me 26 fastballs in a row. At some point, he's going to spin it, and then he does it, and they're like, well, here we go, right? Like the hitters even get in their own heads, I think, sometimes. And I was actually watching today, and a guy who does this a lot as well is Suarez, the closer for the Padres. Dude just throws 100-mile-an-hour velo balls all the time. Like I was watching, and he threw two changeups to not Chris, Kyle Tucker, and the rest it was like 99, 99, 100, 99, like coming at you. And just here's what I got, here's what I'm doing. But you look at like those two guys, for example, they're massive. They're both like 6'8". They probably got like mega extension. Like you're not seeing the guys who are 6'2", 6'3", average body builds like me. Like I'm a big like burly guy, right? But I'm not like 6'8", or I'm not getting 7, 8, 9 foot extension on my pitches. Like Randy Johnson, he could survive with throwing nothing but fastball, right? Through 100, like mega extension, long arms coming from behind the hitter, behind the batter's box, whatever. So, guys like who are what's the word? Guys who are freaks of nature or blessed with, you know, their genetics, they can probably get away with it. But,